two, one. Action. Let's go. Welcome, wizard, warrior, wanderer, wayfarer, and wildcat alike. I hope you are doing well wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. I am your host for the hour, Frater Francis Lunas Aristeas of the Ordo Templi Aristarte 2021 is when I signed up for that racket. Good stuff. Love me some Poke Runyon. Hope you're doing well out there in Happy Land. Master Magician Poke, and I hope everyone else, all Fratos et Soros, are doing well in Happy Land today on the Sabbath, right? Live long and prosper. Let's see if our live stream is good. It says Frank Monday is live. Notify me, and it's upcoming. I wanted to try this vertical mode because I noticed. Good. Yes. Excellent. We are live and transmitting. I want to try this vertical mode because I noticed that YouTube was heavily promoting the vertical mode live streams. I was flipping through the shorts a second ago, having myself a cup of coffee and a hot dog, if you like that kind of thing. And I noticed that YouTube is pushing heavy on the shorts live streams. And so maybe I thought if I did a short live stream and got in here and got active with you guys, that YouTube might actually promote me. You never know. All right. Let's see how it looks when we hit something in that chat. I'll just throw in a hello and see if that pops up. No, I cannot see the live chat. Oh, yeah, there it is. It popped up at the bottom of the screen. Very good. Nice to see you guys. So let me do a little breakdown of the Frank Monday channel for you guys since you're tuning in and we've got good audio, it sounds like. So the Frank Monday channel is all about all things involved with Frank Monday and broadcasting from behind the bamboo curtain here in the central kingdom of the celestial dragon, Twilight Zone Old Peking. So if you guys don't know, I was captured and taken prisoner as a political prisoner here in Old Peking. Just kidding. But yeah, somehow I have been sequestered away here in Beijing for 20 years now, but it was due to my own free will of coming over here. As a young man, I got interested in Chinese Taoism, and one of my lifelong dreams was to come to China. And I finally got here at like 30 years old, and I've been here ever since. So now I'm 50. I just dated myself. Nothing wrong with that. 50-year-old man hanging out on a Twitter, what is it? No, it's a TikTok style live stream, looking to drum up some interest in the old channel. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. That gives old YouTube's algorithms barking like Pavlov's dog. Going fucking crazy, wagging its tail, and wagging the tail. And how do you say the tongue? What is the tongue? When you stick out your tongue, I guess it's wagging your tongue too, huh? Wagging your tail and your tongue simultaneously, maybe even chasing your tail. You never know. That's good fun. So we've been involved in the 100-day challenge this time around on the 100-day challenge, the Scholar Warrior, for 55 days now. And so every day you should be getting up and doing a little seated meditation, Egyptian style, on your hardwood chair, and commanding yourself to relax. The first couple of weeks was just about the discipline aspect of meditation. So you just get up and command yourself to relax and do some deep breathing, and don't try to, do anything over like with the mind or anything. Just keeping the posture upright, the hands down in the Egyptian style on the knees, and then just breathing. Let the mind do whatever it wants for the first couple of weeks. The next couple of weeks after that was about disciplining the mind more. So trying to focus on, right? So we're talking 10 to 15 minutes a day every morning. First thing is the meditation cycle. And so the next couple of weeks was about disciplining the mind a little more and trying to just observe like what thoughts are arising, or any after images from dreamland appearing. Do you feel necessarily pulled in any direction in your meditation and in controlling the body? So for the first 20-day cycle, it was about disciplining the body to do that every day, starting maybe easy, 3 to 5 minutes, pushing it up to 5 to 10 minutes, and then pushing it up to 15 minutes within the first 20-day cycle. In the second 20-day cycle, there are 5 20-day cycles on the meditation side of the practice. It was about observing the thoughts like clouds drifting across the landscape of the mind, and then just interacting with them. And again, setting the timer. You know, you want to set a timer and try to push it up push it up a minute a day or something. So start out around 5 minutes, and then try to push it up a minute a day in the 20-day cycle until you get it up to about 15 minutes, and then just stick it around there. For the entire Scholar Day Warrior, 15 minutes is about all you need. 15 to 20, depending on how much time you have for meditation each morning. Then the third part of the cycle, which is what we're in now, is where you start to introduce guided symbology into your meditation. So you're still doing the same thing, jumping up, 5, 10, 15 minutes of seated meditation. So to align your posture, sit at the edge of the chair, keep the thighs 90 degrees to the torso, and the lower leg, the calf, the small leg, 90 degrees to the thigh, right? So you've got those two 90-degree angles. And then the rest of the body just in an upright, relaxed position, shoulders a little bit rolled back, chin tucked down, eyes closed and rolled slightly up, right? Nothing overt. Don't try to be really hard on yourself or strenuous. Just relaxing, right? Command yourself to relax. Commanding the body, observing the mind, and then commanding the mind in that third cycle. In the fourth cycle, we're going to do more advanced practices, but for now, that's where you should be where you should be up at in the scholar section of your meditation, right? So you jump up, you get into that meditation, relax, command yourself to relax, control the body a little bit, spend a couple of moments doing that, then command the mind or observe the mind first, observe the play of the mind. And then, so the third set of this cycle is starting to introduce symbolism. So if you're a magician, if you've done Pathways of the Magician 100-Day Challenge, you should have familiarized yourself with the pentagram, the lesser banishing of the pentagram. So at this point, you want to introduce one of those elements, maybe a 5-pointed star, a 7-pointed star, a triangle. You want to do color, you want to do size, you want to do motion. And for now, just the geometric shape. Don't work on anything else. Just work on introducing that geometric shape into your work within the astral temple, or within the fathomless cavern, as I like to call it. So that's for your mystical aspect of your meditation. After that, you want to do some gentle exercise, right? You could jump on here and do a search jump on the YouTube and do a search for Frank Monday exercise routine. Maybe that's what it's called. Let me see how it comes up. Routine, exercise routine. Motivation of the gods. Okay, so nothing came up under Frank Monday exercise routine. It's got me live, but it doesn't show any of the Frank Monday stuff, man. It's got a bunch of horse shit from some guy named Robert Frank. So I wonder what I called that video. But there's a good video I got out there. It's called something. Frank Monday exercise. Just leave it there, maybe. Health maintenance. Okay, it's called health maintenance. Health maintenance with Frank Monday. So that's the good search you want to do. Health maintenance with Frank Monday. I'll type that search in and see if that works. Yeah, so it pops up. It's got 92 views on it. So make sure you get in there and view it. And first comment, good job. Thank you for that. No Limits. Welcome to the channel, man. Good to see you out there. No Limits out in Happy Land has said they are the first comment on the Frank Monday channel. No Limits. Let me see if I can direct this directly at you. Thank you for the support. Yeah, good job, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, get into your YouTube search thing and type in health maintenance. It's HEALTH, health, and then maintenance is spelled MAINTENANCE. Health maintenance with Frank Monday. Let me show you what that looks like. I don't think I can flip this camera around. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to do it this way. And so maybe that will appear as a reversed image. Let me see if it does flip. Yeah, it never seems to flip for me. That flip button doesn't work. But there you got a video I shot at my sister's house in beautiful Mission Viejo, California. Hello, everyone. This is a video I just released to all my friends and drivers out there. I was making this one for Uber drivers to stay in a good, healthy state. Why can't you? Can you even see that? There you go. There it is. Is that clear? Can you see that now? So this is a 15-minute health routine. Not even 15 minutes, 14 minutes. You could get through this basic aspect of the I'm not going to show the whole thing, of course, guys, but there it is there. So you can get through that 15-minute daily routine on the 100-day challenge, 100 consecutive days. Until you've learned it and you've kind of adapted to it, you're not, I would say choose 3 or 4 of the exercises on this video, the health maintenance video with Frank Monday, and that'd be good enough to get you going each morning. Jump up, do your seated meditation, 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever you're up for, and then do 5, 10, 15 minutes of, you know, just check out the video, man. Choose a couple of exercises and practice them for 15, 20, 30 minutes, whatever you like, and that will fulfill the commitment of the 100-day challenge, 100 consecutive days. So it shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes a day, and even shorter if you want. You could streamline it to 10 to 15 minutes of both practices. Do 5 minutes of seated meditation and 10 minutes of physical exercise, and you're still getting it done, right? Get it done is the main thing. You don't want to worry about length of sessions or duration. All you want to worry about, man, is consistency of practice. That's the biggest thing with the 100-day challenge. Doesn't matter how much you do, it's that you do a little bit every day. That's the most important thing. So with the Scholar Warrior, it's all about a little bit of scholarly study and a little bit of physical exercise to balance mind and body. And so as long as you're doing that, man, I consider you to be a member of the Esoteric Order of Dagon, the Eastern Star Division, and I consider you to be participating in the 100-day challenge. Let me type the name in there for you guys. The 100-day challenge. This one is called Way of the Scholar Warrior. Now, you can jump in and present this challenge to yourself, man, at any time of the year, anytime you like. It's going to be an ongoing thing. I've created documentation for it. Frater Francis Thomas soon worked on the last one, Pathways of the Magi, and he created some ebooks that I think are still available on his coffee page. But he has passed into the abodes of the timeless. Well, I don't know if he's to the timeless homeland yet, but he's passed from this world. He's passed from the prime material plane into, and maybe I should check up on his brother and see if he's posted anything about the funeral or anything else about his brother, because he hasn't messaged me in a while. But at the same time, I haven't logged into Facebook except for like maybe once in the past month. It's funny, like there are certain platforms that you can only communicate with certain people, and with Frater Tomas, the only way I could think I could keep in touch with his brother would be on um, Facebook. Oh, and I got something from my uncle in California. He says your Costco is up for renewal. Would you like to chat? And that was back on April 8th. Damn, that was a long time ago, man. And some other people have reacted to me. Yeah, but nothing from his brother. So no news on that front. Facebook I find extremely irritating and depressing, so I just kind of fucking stay away from it for the most part, because it's pretty much just darkness and horse shit. I do have a couple of friends that post good stuff on there. But so much of it is pollution and mind control that I just try to stay away from it. So let me see if I can do a search for Bjorn. Yeah, there he is. His name is Bjorn, and he was Thomas's, I think, younger brother, and he has not posted anything except for all he posted was the announcement of his brother's passing and then never said anything else about it. So yeah, he's posted once since then on April 26th. Tomas passed on March 26th. Um, and yeah, that's it, man. So no updates, guys. Can't. I'm gonna close out Facebook because I do find it to be a very dark place of trapping souls in the darkness. I think it's part of the soul trap here on Earth. I would assume that the android uh, dark Muckerborg, Zark Muckerborg is working hard time for the Dark Celestials. So it's a huge pain in the ass, and I just try to stay away from it. Yeah. So Scholar Warrior 100-day challenge. Let's get into it and have a look at what Frank Monday said about it on his comments. So if you get in there on the YouTube channel, click on the Frank Monday uh, page and go over to the community section. And I think I've got a write up here about what the 100-day challenge of the Scholar Warrior was all about. Yeah. By joining the 100-day challenge way of the Scholar Warrior, you embark on a journey of spiritual growth, self discovery, and personal transformation. You will unlock your hope. You will unlock your hidden potential and transcend your current situation. You're going to foster a deeper connection with higher powers and with all of your Soros et fraters that are on the path with you. You're going to achieve greater longevity, ascension, and conscious immortality. So I welcome you as your friend and well wisher, Frank Monday. The 100-day challenge, guys. Let's read all about it. This 100-day challenge, let's see if I can move this a little bit so we got a better angle on my mug. This 100-day challenge is all about having clearly defined goals to improve physically and mentally. It's done in the spirit of the ancient Chinese Taoists that recommended exercise combined with spiritual cultivation. So each individual should take time to reflect and jot down a few specific things they would like to succeed in. For example, I chose to climb more stairs at work and go for hikes in the park and then do some light jogging 3 times a week. That was a part of my commitment in this 100-day challenge way of the Scholar Warrior. Additionally, I'm doing daily strength training with a simple system I call the Atlas system that my father taught me when I was young. It's just basically sit-ups, or it's push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. So these 3 legs of the cauldron, the lower body for squats, squats for the lower body, crunches or sit-ups for the middle body, and then push-ups for the upper body, maybe some pull-ups as well. I've also got a curl bar that I use for just some basic enhancement of the biceps and triceps, right? Just to look good in a shirt, right? So this gives me a clear roadmap for my physical attributes on the journey, doing those aspects of physical training. I also do kung fu, sword, fist forms. I motivated myself to uh, relearn, not relearn, I do them all the time, but more, to focus on greater depth and understanding the 5 elements of Xingyi on this one, which is Pichuan, Zhuangchun, Bengchun, Paochun, and Hongchun. So there are 5 elemental fists in the Chinese internal arts of mind form boxing, and they correspond to the Kabbalistic elements, right? So you have metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. And in the Kabbalistic system, you have earth, air, water, and fire, right, with spirit. So there's a rough correspondence between these 2 sets of elemental systems, but I didn't want to get too deep into that in the weeds on this one. So we'll save that for a later time. You could just do YouTube research and find out that kind of thing or whatever. So this gives me a clear roadmap for my physical attributes on the journey. For spiritual cultivation, I wake early do some seated meditation. I just talked about that here on the live stream a little bit. And I engage in aphorisms, prayers, and invocations in addition to basic ceremonial magic. So for aphorisms, I like to use different ones, but for this section, I'm gonna turn off this fan. That's a little bit annoying, and I think it might be getting picked up on the microphone. But for this basic section, I've been focusing on Marcus Aurelius's simple incantation of when you arise in the morning, contemplate, contemplate and meditate on what a precious privilege it is to be alive once again, to think, to ponder, to love, to laugh, to breathe, and to enjoy life. So I've been changing it up a little bit each day. Obviously, that's not quoted verbatim, but that's the basic idea by Marcus Aurelius. And so that's the first thing I do each morning after my meditation is I contemplate that aphorism. I got a few that I like to contemplate, but that's one of them. And then I do prayer, right? My simple prayer, you guys might know it. It's called the Invocation of Abraxas, and it's Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, etc., etc., etc. Then I do invocations. And so on the 100-day challenge, I'm invoking the divine spiritual agents to assist me in uncovering secret knowledge for the completion of the great work. And I've got specific things I'm working on. Okay. Another part of my magical practice is interacting with other elements, but I won't discuss those here. And then basic ceremonial magic. So I'm working on an advanced invocation of the pentagram ritual and building of the astral temple. But again, that work is mostly saved for Pathways of the Magi 100-day challenge. So right now, that's not what we're working on. We're working on Scholar Warrior. In addition to that, for my section of scholarly pursuits with the Scholar Warrior, I'm rereading the Tao Te Ching and further commentaries of Lao Tzu. You could get a good copy, anything by Thomas Cleary, anything by Ni Hua Ching, anything by Alan Watts is a really good place to start for your Tao Te Ching. They're more modernized and a lot better than some of the older ones that you can find for free on the internet, but anything will do. The Tao Te Ching, there's 81 chapters, so it fits in just perfect with a 100-day challenge. Read a chapter a day. They're really short, just a few paragraphs, some only a single paragraph, but a really good way to introduce yourself to Chinese Taoism. In addition, I made myself a list of 10 virtues that I focus on for 10 days each. The one I'm working on right now is temperance. So tempering my personality, tempering all things, all areas of my life, and oscillating through what it means to be temperate, not going to extremes in any direction, right? And I've got 10 of them. I had order, sobriety, diligence, so on and so forth. Um, I've been making videos, couple of videos each week trying to explain the challenge in greater detail and support those who have taken the challenge with me and said, hey, yeah, I want to do a 100-day challenge with Frank Monday. Scholar Warrior sounds like a pretty cool idea. And even if you just think about it every day for 100 consecutive days, you're still a part of the challenge, man. You don't need to do anything special. I've made a couple of videos explaining the challenge and will continue to offer support there and in the Discord and on the Buy Me a Coffee page. So if you've never been over to my coffee page, it's www.buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. Now I'll put that down in the doobly doo below the comment box. Why is this thing playing music over here? What's going on with this? Oh wow, yeah, I did a drunken live stream the other day, and I was in a bathrobe and listening to swing music. Oh, I didn't even hit the thumbs up on that. Yeah, you got to thumbs up your own videos, right? I listen to my own shit. It went something like this: cruising in the hood in my 6'4". Let's see, where did we get to? Oh, okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I hear if you turn the video down, then you don't get credit for the view on it. I don't know if that's true or not, but Why why is that going bananas like that? That's weird. I was just hitting the volume thing and it just kept vibrating. Super weird, man. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to, this is my son's account, actually, his YouTube account. So I need to flip over to the Frank Monday channel and click on it so that I get an extra viewer, and maybe that'll help stimulate the old live stream here on YouTube. No, probably not. Let's get a little reflection here and see if we can get it. See if we can get it to mirror it and create a tunnel, a dark mirror tunnel. Whoa, what did that do? That bonkered out on that. That's weird. Yeah, let's see if that'll work. We want to create a dark mirror tunnel to an alternate realm. Why did that? It just totally didn't work, man. I trip out on this phone. Yeah. Let's see if that'll do it. About it. So I'll tell you what inspired me to do a vertical live stream real quick with you guys is I was scrolling through shorts and YouTube was heavy pushing like trannies and little girls dancing and stuff. And I thought like pedophilia and trannies. And it's like, why is YouTube giving these people thousands of live viewers? And I thought I get on there, I actually talk and try to bring the teaching forward. And YouTube gives me nothing. I got one viewer right now, and I've been streaming for 30 minutes. Amazing. YouTube, you're so fucking biased. I guess if I was wearing lipstick and a dress, it would heavily promote me, but it will probably never promote me, so I'm not gonna worry about it. It's a good idea to have a specific plan for each target area on your 100-day challenge schedule. I keep a calendar. I keep two, in fact. I keep one here at home and then one at my dorm at work, and it keeps me on target. So each day I check my calendar and write down a few of the things that I've done to meet the requirements of that day's challenge. Also, you'll know exactly what you should do next. So keep in mind to be gentle with yourself. I think this is super important. Hey, free gift from God's out in the ideas room. Good to see you, man. Have you got time to do a little interview on a live stream, man? If so, I'll jump over to StreamYard and open it up so that we can collaborate on a live stream, man. Um, be easy on yourself. And whenever you're training up in a new area of life, like the Scholar Warrior, it's and you're doing a new thing, you have to acclimate to it over time, right? So don't be hard on yourself. Don't be a strict disciplinarian. Just vow to do a little better each day, better than you did the day before. Or not even that. Just try to do a little each day, right? Who gives a fuck about in betterment, right? Self improvement is self masturbation, right? Like Fight Club said. Stay focused on the task at hand and the single isolate action that you're engaged in. So, like Alan Watts always recommended, be in the now and remember that like anything in the past and anything in the future, they're both fucking illusions, man. You're in the ever you're in the immortal now, always with the clock ticking right here with you, right along with you. All of that other shit is just fantasy of the mind. There is nothing else but the now, right? We like to reflect on it though, and like think about what may have occurred in the energy egg, in the immediate past or the distant past or whatever. But again, it's all fantasy. It's all just a creation of the mind. Uh, Thomas referred to this training up in a new area as limbic friction in hypnosis. So he said when you're working with hypnosis and you're undergoing this limbic friction, you can't hear me? What's up? I can't what? I can't read what that says, man. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. I can't you can't what? What does that mean? You can't meditate? Is my volume still working? I can't. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's still 100% clear, man. So I don't know what's going on, amigo. Um, you can't hear me. Well, I think that's your problem, bro, because the sound is perfect on. I'm watching a backup copy here on my phone, and so if you're having problems, man, then there's something wrong with your system. Let me jump back in it. Your system. Yeah, yeah, it's on your end, bro. The volume's working perfect. I got three simultaneous streams going. I got the one I'm streaming from on my phone, and then I got my son's phone opened with his YouTube account, um, shadowing it, watching it, all right, observing. and then I've got the one on the laptop open for chatting. So all of these are working fine. Let's get back into it. So what I was asking you, Freighter Francis, Jersey Devil, Jersey Devil. I was asking you if you want to go live together. Yeah, because then I could close out of this one and open a StreamYard. Because I opened up this vertical live stream because I saw that YouTube was promoting a Mexican tranny out in the US eating tacos at Chipotle, and they had like 1,000 viewers or something, like 500 to 1,000 viewers, and everyone was just in there, saying shit like, "I wonder if he's got a dick," and the dude wasn't even talking. He was just a dude with lipstick and long hair and a boob job, and then I flipped around a little bit, and YouTube was also promoting like pedophilia type stuff, like pedophilia content. And so I noticed like little 12-year-old girls dancing in their bikini had like thousands of live viewers as well, but all in the shorts format, all in the live stream on shorts. And I thought, wow, YouTube is really, pushing for the new agenda, the LGBTQ fucking whacked out uh mind fuck agenda. And I thought maybe if I did a vertical style live stream, they would also promote me a little heavier, which they're not. It shows 0 viewers, even though I've got 2 simultaneously logged in. So it should always say 2 right now, and it says 0. And I think free gift from God's out there. Okay, so stay focused on the task at hand, a single isolate of whatever you're working on. If it's Pichuan, inhale, right? Push the fist up the center line and then exhale and just move through that inhale, exhale, back and forth oscillation of yin and yang, left to right, inhaling and exhaling. And don't worry about anything else, just go through the motions. Remember, because it's a breathing activity, it's a breath work. This is the Bushido aspect of the training. It's the idea of focusing on a single isolate. And I took a lot of notes on this. I got 5 aspects of Japanese mind control that I wanted to teach you guys about in this 100-day challenge. But again, everything got fucking shit to the wind when Frater Tomas dropped dead on us. So that was kind of a bummer. That's okay. I'm picking up the pieces, man. I've worked through all of my grief in relationship to that, and I'm just gonna wait for him to contact me from across the veil because um, as soon as he gets through the Devacon, it's his responsibility to continue working on the 100-day challenge with me. And I think going forward and working with the dead is going to be an even more invigorating part of these 100-day challenges in the future. When we do Pathways of the Magi, or we can't really call on Thomas so much for that because he didn't do a lot of work in that direction. But as a disembodied spirit, and a beloved dead, he's going to be able to give us some insight, I think, but not for a while, next year this time. Okay, so you might want to seek support in your endeavor. That's why I seek out you guys here using the Dark Mirror out in Happy Land. I want support from you guys on these 100-day challenges and just in general, because everybody needs counseling, and spiritual counseling is so hard to find here in the Central Kingdom of Celestial Dragon because it's kind of frowned upon to getting involved in anything spiritual. That's why I keep my mentations to the internet in this realm, in this regard, because I have a normal, ordinary, prosaic life. I'm a married man. I've got children going through school. I work as an educator in an academy, and I don't want any bleed over between my spiritual life and my mundane, um, prosaic life of making money for my family. They can't cross because if they cross, I could potentially lose one or the other. Um, Reach out to me on the Lunar Light Entertainment Discord, guys. I want to become more active there, and I put it on my phone so I can do just that. And so, if you do have a chance, I've got a Discord open right now, and you can chat with me there. Um, think of including a friend in your training, is what I'm trying to say. Try to think of including your society in some way. You might want not. not want to talk any shit about magic or spiritual training at your job. You know, obviously keep those separate. Like if you're working at Walmart, don't go around trying to fucking recruit people. Or if you're working at Chipotle and you're a tranny, you know, you don't want to try to let the let the sausage out of the bag, as it were, and let people know about that. Um, Also, keeping a journal if you're into that kind of thing, you know, like a daily journal, a diary, dear journal kind of thing. If you write a little, I think that's an important aspect of making notes about various aspects of your successes and failures. It will help motivate you to engage more with the knowledge lectures, as it were. Not only that, if it makes a tangible record, you can look back on that with pride and be like, "Hey, I went through the 100 Days Challenge, Scholar Warrior with Frank Monday. I've also done the Hypno Apotheosis Challenge. I've done the Pathways of the Magi Challenge. I've done his Kung Fu Challenge. Whatever." You know, it gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment. Then, when you want to share your experiences with people in the future, you'll have notes, you'll have things that you have talking points that'll bring greater clarity. You might even write a book out of the experience. Who knows? Connecting with people who share your interests and goals always strengthens your resolve to do it. Don't don't tell anyone like the secret things you're doing with your challenge because that can prevent you from achieving them, but definitely include people in the prosaic aspects. Finally, I think it's a good idea to reflect in prayer, like Marcus Aurelius's and Benjamin Franklin's advice. In the morning, always think, what can I do to further the challenge, right? And then in the evening, as you go down to sleep at night, think about what did I do today to further the challenge, and also do a daily review, like as you lay down to go to bed at night and enter into dreamland, review your entire days. Think, where was I when I began this morning and where did I end up? And like real quickly go through the entire day in the mental landscape. Reviewing each day as you lay down to sleep at night on how successful you were and achieving some self-strengthening um, practice against the parameters of the challenge and just survival, you know. When you awaken in the morning, meditate on what good you can do that day. You know, so it's an ongoing process. Enjoy the journey and embrace the challenge, man. Much love to anybody out in Happy Land that joins me, and I look forward to hearing about your gains and losses on the 100 Day Challenge. It's just kind of me. Yeah, I agree with you. Um, if nothing else, Frater Francis, keeping in touch with you on the Discord is you and Mary, I think, are the only two people, and occasionally Owen out in Ireland. And I don't even remember how to use the direct messaging thing. Let me see if I can get it to work. Are you still logged in as Free Gift from God on there? I'm gonna say hey to you on a private message and see if that even works. So let's see if you can get that. Wow, you've got the master mandala of Poke Runyon's thing is the last thing you sent me. How awesome. I haven't even learned how to really, like, I haven't sat down and learned how to use that thing yet. I don't even really know if I need to, but it's definitely a part of the next level. And oh, you lost that account. Which one are you using then? You just messaged under it. No, you messaged under Fade to Ash. Okay. Fade Dash. So how do I find you on? Send if you would, man. If you got your Discord open or whenever you get a chance, open up your Discord and send me a direct message with your Fade to Ash account, so I can keep in touch with you. Because I lose shit like that too. I lose passwords and I lose access to accounts, and you know what are you gonna fucking do? Don't worry about it. Just roll with the punches, man. Keep moving forward. So on the next Pathways of the Magi, I really want to focus a lot more on creating the astral temple. I've written a script for it, and I'm going to do some videos surrounding it, and all of that's set to, like, you have to give a donation on the Buy Me a Coffee page. Oh, there you are, man. Okay, awesome, good deal. Hello there, amigo. Did you watch that video of that Peter J. Carroll interview with Angela's Symposium? And had you already been watching Angela's Symposium already, or was that something new to you? It says you're it says that you're trying to add me as friend. No, there's some guy named Gabber trying to add me as friend. Wave to Gabber. Who is Gabber? Wait, are you human? Please confirm you're not a robot. Discord asks me to confirm I'm not a robot like every 30 minutes or something. It's weird. No, I don't see, man, that it just shows you as Fade Dash. That's weird. Yeah, I haven't totally figured out. Um, okay, cool. Yeah, have a look at. I haven't really watched it either. I listened to it once, like in audio format, but I didn't actually look at the video. I was just listening to it as background noise as I cruised around the campus. Um, what did you want to say? Tell me now. Let me know. I'm here for you, brother. Do you need me to pull a tarot card on your behalf? Um, good luck and good magic, everyone. Yeah, was it? Do you remember what card it was? Or tell me what happened. Why the reference? What happened? Yeah, I wish you had time to chat live stream, man, because I've probably got another 30 minutes to an hour before my wife shows up again. My son's got to take some fucking rigorous tests today. And if he does well, yeah, I can pull him out, sure. If he does well on this test, then he's going to be able to have a much better career going forward in the Chinese system. If he doesn't do well, then he might have to back out of the Chinese system and join the international system like his sister had too. So I got two kids. If you guys don't know, I'm looking for my cards right now. I don't know where they went, man. Looks like someone changed their location. If I can find them, bro, I'll grab them. But they're not where I set them when I left last week. The mother-in-law has been staying here. She's been taking advantage of the fact that I'm not staying here during the week anymore because I'm staying at my apartment at school, the dormitory at school, and that has given her the opportunity to, because my wife's fucking never here. My kids are always at school, you know. Let me see if turning on the light makes the video look any better here on BoobTube. Boob tube. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, guys, so that this can stimulate the boob tube algorithm to bark like Pavlov's dog and maybe get a few more viewers in here. Looks like there might be some people out there in Happy Land. It went up to 4 or 5 a second ago, and now it's dropped back down to 0. So YouTube's always fucking with me, man. I don't know what's up with that. Um, because the reason is, Frater Francis, and thank you for asking and showing interest in my family, man. I like to talk about my family. I love my wife and kids. You know, you gotta show some love to your wife and kids. Um, they're the whole reason I keep a full time fucking job and work 80 hours a week. You know, otherwise I would just be roaming around in the USA like a vagabond, probably. Let's see, is that a card? No, that's a card. Okay, we got some cards right here, man. Let me get them out and make sure they're all in order. Ooh, somebody did take them out of here because they've been put back like totally different than I had them when I left. Ooh, man, she's a nosy fucking old hag, huh? She's got to even look through these. I better count them and make sure it's a full deck now, man. She might have fucked with them. Don't see the like button. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see it either. Maybe they have a like button on the live stream. Maybe if you close the chat window, cancel top chat, live chat. No, let me see if I hide the live chat, if that helps. Pinned message, blah, blah, blah. No, it's trying to fuck with me. Let me see if I can open back up the chat again. Show chat. Yeah, there it goes. It's showing the chat now. Give him a Guinness and a raw egg. Yeah? Give who a Guinness and a raw egg? My son? I'd like to have a fucking Guinness and a raw egg. There's no There's no alcohol in the house. I haven't had any alcohol in this place for a decade. Every time I try to put a fucking beer in here or something, my wife throws it away when I'm gone. Yeah, since some profane idiot touch these cards, man. I'm gonna have to do a little work with them before I trust to use them without interference. Your son, yeah, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I think I put 2 down. 10. 1, 2, there should be 8 here. 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, yeah, okay. There's 78 cards here, man. I just want to make sure they're all that I was dealing with a full deck. I got to shuffle them a few times. So yeah. So do you have a specific question? I like that advice. For weight gain, a Guinness and a raw egg. Now, do you have to do that every day? I would imagine, or just one time. Is a couple of times a month enough? I worry about giving children any amount of alcohol, uh, just because Master Nee, he said that it can have a negative effect on the development of the brain if children take any alcohol before the age of, like, 20 or whatever. He said 25, in fact. He said you should not partake of any alcohol until 25 in the morning, huh? Yeah, I don't know. That might work for me. I might start doing that. What size Guinness are we talking about? Like a pint? I guess I could a couple of pints of Guinness and a pint of Guinness and a couple of raw eggs. Sorry, you don't want to be too excessive first thing in the morning, right? With your Guinness. I can buy into that, definitely. No, I'm not going to drink that much. I uh I kind of got into a little bit of alcohol when I was like in my 30s because my wife, just like when I got married, like just constantly riding my ass, and I threw back a few beers, too many occasionally, maybe some bourbon. No, not a pint, just a little bit of Guinness. But so when I hit 40, I swore off the stuff. Even before then, like I guess about 6 or 7 years of drinking pretty heavy because she was such a bitch. Um, but when we had kids, then I was like, nah, I can't. Like I saw my kids little, and I thought, man, I can't fucking be a drunk. I will fail my children. And so I gave it up entirely. But now that they're getting closer to college age, I feel like I can drink a little again, but not much. She always claimed I was an alcoholic, but I wasn't. I was just under so much pressure and stress from her. Okay, so maybe like a half pint, like through 8 ounces and 3 raw eggs. Okay, that sounds good. And what do? You just like, I guess you just wash down the raw eggs with the Guinness, right? Or do you fucking mix it all together? That would be horrible. I would rather keep them separate. I'd rather put a raw egg in like a glass and just throw it in the mouth and swallow it, and then use a little bit of Guinness to wash down the flavor. Because raw eggs kind of taste like fuck. I don't know. They taste like semen or something. I don't know. And then you gotta always ask, how do you know what semen tastes like? Right? I bet that tastes like shit. How do you know what shit tastes like? I can imagine. I won't be too vulgar here because this should be child friendly for YouTube, right? Yeah, so I might look into that a little bit, man. Again, only for a little bit. It increases weight gain. Um, Again, I just worry about any alcohol content. I think he's already secretly had a couple of fucking beers with his friends, so it's not like I would be violating it. He turned 14 last month, April, May. Yeah, so he had a birthday a little over a month ago, so he's 14 now, and he snuck out a couple of times when my wife went um my wife went back to the States. Yeah, nobody's home right now. I'm just smoking by myself, man. I don't usually smoke around them anyway. I smoke in the kitchen and run the fan. And they stay in other rooms that the smoke doesn't go into. And the air quality here is so bad. They say that the pollution levels in Beijing are equivalent to 5 packs a day. So our pollution's been so bad here. Sometimes it varies anywhere from a pack to 5 packs a day for the volume of pollution in the city. So you can't fucking worry about that. You start worrying about shit like that, like carcinogens, then it'll fuck you up, man. It'll kill you. If we could all survive under the kind of pollution that we've experienced over the last 30 years here in Beijing, then uh, none of it's going to affect you that I know of. Arizona tea and Fireball, you're into all kinds of shit, man. I had my first drinks in the seventh grade. Yeah, he's in the ninth grade. So I think he snuck out a couple of times. We were over at a friend's house one time, and the friend's my adult friend. And let me see, who was it? I think it was like one of my wife's uncles or something. And they're like, yeah, take a little drink of this beer. And I looked over and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? My son's 13. I don't want alcohol touching his lips. And he'd already taken a little sip before I had a chance to fucking. I wanted to punch the uncle in the mouth. I'm like, you don't give alcohol to children. You don't give cigarettes to children either. That's adult shit. It's strong drink and strong smoke and strong meat and stuff like that. That's for men. Children are supposed to, milk and honey for the children. So I try to abide by that. I'm a more conservative, traditional type guy. I think that grown men can smoke and drink if they want, because they ain't got fucking long to live, anyways. Most of the time, you know, like um, my buddy Frater Tomas. He was one of the things he always kind of mentioned to me. It wasn't a big part of our relationship, but he almost always had something to say about smoking. He would say, hey, you want me to use hypnosis to help you stop smoking? And I'm like, well, why are you interested in me smoking? Why do you want me to stop smoking? It's not healthy for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, the fucking world isn't healthy. Life isn't healthy for you. Do the best you can. If you've got a crutch like that, just leave it alone. And don't bother other people about their crutches. Nobody wants to fucking hear that shit. That's why I study Taoism rather than any other classic religion, because in Tao, you're forgiven of all your mistakes. You're allowed to come to Tao and approach the great oneness with all of your wrinkles and loose teeth and gray hairs. And the Tao doesn't care, man. It embraces everything. If you want to go in any direction in Tao, like even the tranny I just saw a moment ago that had 500 viewers here on YouTube. Um, the Tao isn't going to discourage well, again, it's going to discourage it to some extent, but it's not going to chastise him for doing that, for dressing up like a girl and getting a boob job and putting on lipstick. um the Tao is the low land. It's the mother of all rivers and streams. Because it's humble and lies below them, and always keeps itself in a position subordinated to all of the rising and falling of the 10,000 things. When you get involved in dogma and think, oh, I've got some advice that's absolutely essential that can help people out, then you're selling something, you're pushing your politics on them. And I try to avoid doing that as best I can. I know sometimes it's impossible to be completely guileless, but for the most part, I just try to be humble and sincere and to not engage in any type of lording it over other people and saying, oh, if you're smoking in the environment around, young children, then yeah, you're doing something wrong. And it's like, you have no fucking idea, right? Well, we were surrounded by heavy metal factories belching out toxic fumes. Um, my father was engaged in the detonation, the testing of nuclear bombs, right? He was standing on the side of a huge battleship as they detonated atomic bombs, right there off the side of the battleship. And he got washed in clouds of ionizing seawater radiation. And so if you can survive that, you can survive anything. A little bit of tobacco smoke isn't going to hurt anybody. So don't don't shit yourself, man. Like I said, all the guys who didn't smoke at all, they're all dead before 50, and here I am, just about to pass the cusp of 50, 51, working on 51 this year, and into the abodes of the future. Um, I don't know if it's relevant. Did you have a specific question for the tarot, man? I think I've got these things pretty well washed out of the energy of my mother-in-law for fucking around with all my things, fingering through everything. She's probably looking for money. She hides money everywhere, and so she thinks that everybody else is hiding money everywhere too, looking for $100 bill, and she might find one. Because I do occasionally slip 100 in somewhere. I would never put money in with the tarot deck though. I would find that a little bit sacrilegious. But if you did it, I would never oppose you on that. Just general knowledge. Okay, yeah, general energies. Let's see what's going on for all of us. Let's see what's going on in the world. Let's get a cosmic card. Heaven and earth, divine spirits, and ancient masters, your son has a question. I approach you in all humility and sincerity. Please reveal to me the cosmic energies today via the system of the tarot. We will accept this response whether it shows us good fortune or misfortune. Yod He Vahe Adoni Elohim Begubra Begura Tamakur Invictus Septus Reveal. Okay, we're gonna go with that card right there. What do we got? Wow, the Empress, a good one. A good one for you because you're Venusian, you're still on Friday, right? So Vernaz, the goddess of Friday, the Empress. Can you see that, man? You got the Empress. You got feminine energies surrounding you. Um, and those feminine energies are chastising, man. Remember that the pillar of severity is the pillar of woman. That is the woman who chastises and censures the man, right? She brings him under control. She's got her diadem on of it should be I think it should be 7 stars, right? In the diadem. It looks like there's a lot more than that. It looks like there's the whole zodiac, all 12 stars. Let's see what old author Edward Wyatt had to say in his pictorial guide to the tarot. The Empress, it's the third card, can represent the Trinity, even though it's the first 3 cards, the Fool, the Magician, and the High Priestess, that actually represent the supernal triad. But the third key, right? The third master key in the 22 keys is the Empress, and she represents fecundity, fruitfulness, initiative, long days, right? Summer days, the clandestine, the unknown, difficulty, doubt, and ignorance. So, quite a few things there. You got to break them down one by one, right? Because they all apply to different areas of the life. So, as an overarching energy on the tree of life, we would be coming down and we would be right at, well, this one would appear in the sphere of Netzach, right, for the prime Venusian energy. But when you get the Empress card, it can be a positive response to like a yes no question, like, yes, you're going to get something that you're interested in. But it can also, it has that negative effect that you're going to have to discharge something in order to get it, right? So, in order to turn the High Priestess into the Empress, the magician has to penetrate her and discharge the semen into the womb, right? That's the only way you can get an Empress is by getting her pregnant. And so the fecund, ever pregnant, immaculate virgin has received the energy of the masculine force and is gestating it in her womb. So there's a lot of good energy here, but there's a lot of fucking shit too. Um, like I've been through this card, man. I know it well. It's my wife. you know. Uh, that energy, like men seek it out and they think, they really, really think they fucking want it until they get it. And then once they have it, they're like, oh, good God, what a monster. What have I given birth to here? What have I created? But it's there's a lot of thriving foliage. It's a good time. It's like right now, man. Summer, we're deep into it. We're coming up on the solstice. So there are long increasing days. There's lots to be had, but then there's that underlying satiation and difficulties and doubt and ignorance. It's like having an uncultivated maiden that you have gotten pregnant. Now you've got a life sentence of keeping not only her in food and clothes and shelter, but every birth after that. And each birth is a commitment of like 25 years, man. So like, you know, uh don't forget that, like it's a huge responsibility to take on the energy of the Empress. Now, this can be in a lot of different ways. Like if you are more specified in your inquiry, then you'll get a lot more back from it. But you notice that the wand she's holding is not her own wand. That's been that's been gifted to her by the emperor, right? It's in her possession before the emperor. So the next card is the emperor, which is what you have to become in order to satisfy this eternal vixen, right? This insatiable vixen of lust. Because once any kind of empowered woman has had a kid or two, she could potentially have 10, and she could go through a dozen husbands and give birth to dozens of children. And you could see that the feminine force is far more lasting than the masculine force. The masculine force is a flash in the pan in comparison to the feminine. So when Lao Tzu says keep the feminine, he's talking about the oscillation of the high priestess and the empress, and not moving from the high priestess to the empress, right? Staying with keeping the feminine, because the empress is not truly the feminine force, the Shekinah, right? The high priestess is. So this is a before and after, right? The before is the subtle feminine principle before it is turned into its completed form, right? Mother, maiden, and crone. So the maiden, mother, and then the crone, right? The world card is the cycle, the feminine cycle. But when he says keep the feminine, he means keep this type of energy rather than this type. But both are feminine cards, so there is something to be said for both of them. But the mystery is here, right? This is all very overt. This creation process is already underway. This is the potential. So they work together. You can't take in any single card independently. So when you're studying your major arcana, you need to think about the hero's journey, right, and the fool's journey, as they like to call it. Um, and we'll get those specific cards of interest. I'll get them out for you. Mm, if I can find the other one, there's 78 cards to look through, nearly 100 cards to look through. So the challenge of the Scholar Warrior, the 100-day challenge, it's in making your way through the Tao Te Ching, right? 81 chapters. So if you read a chapter a day and even miss a few days, you can get through the Tao Te Ching on the 100-day challenge way of the Scholar Warrior. The 100-day challenge, Pathways of the Magi, that's a little bit bigger of a challenge. You got 78 cards to get through. You got 22 major arcana and 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet. You've got the 12 zodiacal signs. You've got the elements. You've got the pentagram to learn. You've got basic ceremonial magic. You got a lot more to deal with in Pathways of the Magi. So it's really important that you guys participate in Way of the Scholar Warrior so that you can get up the fortitude to make it through the 100-day challenge Pathways of the Magi. All right. You shouldn't take that on lightly. So here you have it. Your supernal triad will look like this, right? So you have the undifferentiated energy of the Fool at 0, right? At Keter. And then from that, it divides itself into the polarized energies of yin and yang, right? Man and woman. And so these are in their prepubescent um, magical form. The Adonis and his high priestess, his bride, right? His magical bride. So at this level, the supernal triad is dealing with higher internal energies that everyone contains. We both have a masculine and feminine principle, right? And then we have an undifferentiated masculine and feminine principle. So a hermaphroditic principle that gives birth to the differentiated masculine and feminine principles and the interaction of yin and yang. And then the Trinity expresses their wholeness. And so this one comes from this one, right? The Empress comes from the High Priestess, and the Emperor comes from the Magician. So I can't find the Emperor. I didn't pull it out real quick, but I'll flip through the cards nice and slow until I find it. And so you've got those all working in harmony. And so the ideal, back to the Fool again, the ideal is that they work in harmony. That man doesn't, work against his wife. His wife works to complete him. And that's why they set up very clear systems of order that were delineated in ancient times, that the man was the so-called head of the family overtly in the world, right? That's the way it's supposed to be, that the woman follows the man's lead. But then in truth, the woman is the actual head of the family, um, because she controls all of the energy that's created, right? She controls the children, she controls the finances, she controls the home, and the man just goes out and gives the opportunity for that to be a reality, right? So the woman is the real powerhouse because she doesn't have to do anything. She does. I mean, yeah, she has to do that, the domesticated things. But yeah, this is the way it works. This is the way it plays out, right? And the correct interaction would be this way. So you have the greater feminine force and the greater masculine force, and them all working in harmony. So we have the undifferentiated oneness, wholeness, the 0, right? And then the first division of yin and yang, the absolute original divine spark of masculine and feminine energy, and then their maturity, them coming to fruition, right? And empowered. Yeah. So the Empress isn't working independently, right? She's working. I wanted to try this vertical mode because I noticed, because she's working in collaboration with the masculine principle. Yeah. And that's harmony, man. That's natural law right there. I just laid it down for you. But so the reason my YouTube vertical stream right now, and it's going on over an hour long, which is a little long for YouTube. I'm probably going to cut it short, but I do appreciate you tuning in, and I love to see you out there in Happy Land, free gift from God. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. But I wanted to try to compete with the tranny out there that was getting 1,000 views just for being a tranny. So a man puts on lipstick and a dress and promotes the LGBTQ IRS whatever agenda, and they get hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of views by the YouTube algorithm. But a guy like me promotes traditional Christian or Taoist values, and maybe do a little tarot or something like that, and I get one. I get one, and I only get one because he's a subscriber, and a good guy and is interested in the esoteric. So thank you for that, YouTube. Thank you for zero return on investment. The only return on investment I get is from a true scholar warrior, a young man in the works of becoming a master magician, a chaos magician of the highest order. I love y'all, good looking, sexy people. Make sure you check me out on www.buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday and leave a little something, something in the tip jar. Hit the like and subscribe if it was your first time. Don't let it be your last time. Broadcasting to you from the central kingdom of the celestial dragon here in Twilight Zone, Old Peking. I am forever your well wisher. There were others. Yeah, nah, it said that it jumped up to 4 or 5 at one point, and I'm suspicious that they probably have broadcasted already out to thousands because I am a fairly entertaining dude, and I usually do cover some interesting topics. But yeah, they really fuck with me here. Most time they show the counter down at 0, but that's YouTube for you, man. They're going to promote what they want to promote, and they're going to leave everyone else high and dry. Y'all good looking sexy people, stay well out in Happy Land. Please come back later and leave a comment on the video and do everything you can to help support and circulate the channel. Until next time, ad Astra per Aspera. Good looking out. Free gift from God. I'll see you next time, man.